Hi, my name is Wes Somerville. I'm going to explain my creative process and what it is that drives me to make this work and what I'm after doing in the process. I've been making art all my life since I was about 14, and in the last 5 years my creative process is more dedicated to light and mirror and perceptual conundrums. That's kind of what I get up to. It's taken me on a journey exploring 2, 3, 4D work, and I like to think knocking on the door of the 5th dimension. I know when I'm on it because it falls into place and it starts to, at one point I see the potential for it coming alive. But whether it's perspex or light or mirror, it all speaks about the same thing, which is the opportunity for a perceptual shift in your experience. Something like that. I know when I get closer to it because I feel it, and a lot of my work is about that, not necessarily to be judged intellectually, but to be experienced emotionally. So now I was after some sort of cosmic balance, and this is how it started to manifest, and it hasn't stopped. I just started to make installations or sculptures based on subtly shifting light tones that created a mesmerizing, hypnotic, inward journey sort of experience. I just love to reuse, repurpose, remake, recreate, and use that as the basis of a piece of work. So my eyes are always on the side of the road. I'm forever finding beautiful objects that might hang out in my studio for a week, or they might come along exactly the moment I need them, or they might hang out for 2 or 3 years. Nothing hangs out that long anymore. Everything happens a lot quicker now. So I made some small pieces which are architectural maquettes, but sculptures in their own right. They're probably too far-fetched still to become dwellings or offices, but I'd like to see that. When I've allowed myself to focus on architecture and light and LEDs and sunlight and moonlight, then the pieces almost immediately tend to want to go very futuristic. Not 10 years' time, but like 50 years' time or 100 years' time. So I don't know how I feel about those, but I really enjoy making them, and people tend to love them and get them. But I keep exploring, and every time I do one piece, here comes 3 new pieces. So it's never ending. And sometimes, most times probably, it's just playing with colors and light and frequencies and shadow and materials that glow, and keep shifting around and playing with them until something gets locked down and something tunes in, something gets activated. When I make this work, it's almost always uncomfortable because I'm in the dark, as it were, and not really knowing what I'm after until it starts to appear. And then there's a pinprick of light and I get it, and I might see where it's leading to, and then it's my work to carve a path in that direction. By the time I get close to it, or harmony starts to sing, then there's joy. about bringing something that possibly has never been seen before. That's very joyful. That aspect of creativity is incredibly blissful. I've just spent 2 months rebuilding a wooden caravan. I've had this cabinet banging around for a year and a half, and I've reworked it, and it doesn't fit anywhere. But suddenly I was thinking about Mondrian and Rothko and creating 4 little light panels that each had their own story, their own little narrative, their own little balance, their own intensity. And I know that came out of working on the caravan, and it was practical because I had it and I'd been working with it for a while. And I know that was quite homely for me. It's quite a grounded piece in a way. It does affect your mental perceptions, but it also, because it's something you know, it's a little window, it's a little cabinet, but it's woody and soft, and you can open it. And that lent itself to being something that everyone got that piece. Everyone was attracted to it because half of it they knew from their own home, and the other half they kind of had to work with, and they kind of, I don't know. I hope this video has given you a little insight into my creative process and what it is that goes on, and gets you a bit more interested in this genre of work.